Hello tennis guys and tennis ladies, and welcome to my channel. In today's video I will be talking about Dominic Thiem, who is struggling, literally struggling to come back and to play great tennis like in the previous years after his wrist injury. So guys, will he be able to come back once again and to be in the top 10? Well, stay tuned.
Obviously also the whole body gets more tight, gets more nervous, and right now that's toxic to my forehand because I'm still missing the fine feeling there, missing it a lot. And yeah, if that's the case, many mistakes are happening, and was again the same today.
So after Dominic Thiem lost a first round on the French Open 2022 against Bolivian world number 87 Hugo Dellien, it was a kind of a devastating match for Dominic Thiem because he didn't stand a chance. Actually, he was really struggling with his forehand due to the wrist injury, and I will read you some comments on this match. So this is a comment from Barbara Schett, a commentator from Eurosport, and she said that it was very frustrating for him, and you could tell he didn't have much match practice. He is not hitting the ball as hard as he used to, especially on that forehand win, and he is doubting himself at the minute. I think it is more a mental problem at the moment after losing 7 matches in a row. So, great point from Barbara Schett. I believe that at least 50% of his actual performance, bad performance, is a mental problem. So he doesn't have the confidence he needs to have against these players. So he is doubting himself, he's doubting, am I able to hit the forehand as hard as I did it in the last, let's say, a few years? So that's a mental issue. If you don't have the confidence, especially nowadays, when the new names, the new players are playing really good. I believe they are playing better actually than Dominic Thiem played before the injury. So that's another key factor, that these new names, these new guys, they are so good that they can really compare to Dominic Thiem when he was in his prime. So not only Dominic Thiem needs to really recover from the injury, he needs to be even better, in a better shape than he was before the injury. So he has many tasks to accomplish to become once again a top 10 tennis player. One more few words about his performance from Schett. He has doubts. He hasn't played in several months after that wrist injury, and whenever he hits the forehand, it looks to me like he doesn't follow through the ball as fast as he used to. In the past, he was the hardest hitting player out there. That's pretty much what the players said amongst them. That's missing at the moment. The mental part of tennis player is the most important part. Yes. On the top level, the mental part of the tennis player is the most important part because everyone is playing well. But the head decides in the crucial, critical moments the outcome of the match. So that's exactly why so many people that are able to actually to play really well are struggling, because the mental part of their game is not as good. So to continue, if he can fix that, the mental part, if he can get that self-confidence back, then that speed on his forehand will also not be there exactly. But we don't know the details about the injury. Maybe he is really limited, so he can't hit through the ball like he did in the previous times. Maybe it is just not possible. And if it is this case, then I kind of don't believe he can ever come back to the position he was before the injury, because the mental problem, the mental issues, you can always kind of fix. But if you have health problems that really limit you to play on the level you played before, then you can't fix that. You can't overcome that. It's just there. You can try as hard as you can, but you will never get over the limit of your wrist, of your legs, or something of your back, or something like that. So the question, what does the near future hold for Dominic Thiem? And Barbershed continues, I think it is really important that he starts playing some smaller tournaments. Great point. I believe he should start playing small tournaments. He should start winning against against, let's say, out of top 100 players. And then he will start getting the self-confidence once again. It's not bad practice playing a lower ranked tournaments, not at all. But he needs to play matches. He needs to play matches, and don't think about the last 7 matches he lost in a row. He needs to just play another match, and he needs to continue working on himself, and he needs to take smaller steps to become once again the great player he was. He just needs to get a couple of matches, Shed continues, under his belt, and as a tennis player, things can change quickly. That is true, in a positive way and also in a negative way. He hasn't forgotten how to play tennis, obviously. He is a Grand Slam champion, US Open, 2020. He has done so well at French Open. I think he will make his path once again, and he will be back in the top 10, but he just needs a little bit more time. Another thing is that there is so many people behind him that really want to Dominic Thiem to go back to his position he was. But that's the ultimate question, and I will end the video right here, because that's the ultimate question for Thiem's future. Is he, Dominic Thiem, willing to go back? Is he willing to train and to improve and to do the small steps? Is he really willing to do that? I little doubt that, because he seems like he is kind of exhausted. He seems like he's exhausted, and he is unsure if he should continue playing tennis. That's what it looks like to me. And when you have all these doubts, but people around you, they try to push you, it can really harm you, because you will feel like you're in the corner, and everybody is like, you need to do this and that, and you will be great again. But if you are doubting, if you are in doubts, then nothing really helps. Nothing really helps you. So he needs to really fix his head. He needs to really say to himself, like, okay, I will try, I will do it, and I will give everything. But if he is like, I'm not sure if I should do this or if I should do that, then he is done. He is done. But guys, Dominic Thiem, he is still pretty young, 28 years old, so he can play another 5 years comfortably, with no problem. But yeah, as I said before in this video, there are so many things he must fix, and the mental part of the game is probably the biggest issue right now for him. So guys, let me know in the comments what do you think about Dominic Thiem. Will he be able to come back to his position into the top 10, or will he be forgotten, or will he just leave tennis? Will he just abandon tennis? Will he just say goodbye to tennis in the near future? So what do you think about Dominic Thiem? How do you like Dominic Thiem? Are you missing Dominic Thiem and his big forehands, his aggressive tennis, especially on clay? So yeah, kind of missing him. I'm missing him because he was the one guy he could really beat the big names. Even he could beat almost everyone, especially on clay. So yeah, I'm kind of missing him on the French Open this year, but it is like it is. We have another great names on the tour, and new names, and so don't be like sad that Dominic Thiem is not there, because we have still some other guys to watch, and yeah, tennis is still a great sport even without Dominic Thiem. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, click the thumbs up, click this. If you didn't, click the thumbs down. Of course you can. And if you really like my channel, support my coffee habit. Look at that, coffee with honey, guys. I love coffee with honey. No sugar, no, let's say, artificial these tablets, or what are these small things you put into the tea or coffee. I just like honey, pure nature. I love bees. Without bees we will be, guys, screwed. So yeah, thank you in advance, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!